Mistake. We're living through a controlled collapse here. Food aid getting cut, jobs vanishing, inflation through the roof, and the pedos in charge keep telling us it's all part of some grand plan to save us, when really it's just a plan to save themselves when the system finally crashes. The controllers are done pretending they need us anymore. I mean, clearly. They're openly promoting depopulation and the great robot replacement. Bill Gates has openly said humans won't be needed in the future anymore. On a late night talk show, I mean, he barely could hold back his big shit-eating grin, okay? I guess you can get pretty bold and cocky after your billionaire bunker is finished being built. That's right, that's when they really started getting cocky. You notice that? You know the bunkers surrounded by moats of fire? Totally normal, right? Now they get cocky. Billy the Baphomet, folks, the same guy who's been jabbing the population with endless vaccines, is now out here grinning alongside Trump, praising how they agree on everything when it comes to vaccines. Yeah, the same Trump who just announced he just got his booster and flu shot at the same time. That's right, almost like he's a salesman for Big Pharma. Bill Gates just recently came out saying AI will take over most jobs and leave humans working just 2 days a week. That's right, he recently shared his forecast on the future of work, saying that advances in technology, particularly artificial intelligence, will likely lead to a reduced 2-day work week. As Yuval Noah Harari said, they said the main question they'll be asking is, what do they do with all these humans? Notice how all of them promote the death shots, all want you to get vaccinated repeatedly, and while the public's distracted with circus politics, the AI takeover is rolling out in real time. Every week, another corporate culling is taking place. You know, you heard that right. A lot of layoffs, major layoffs are taking place right now. Amazon, which once bragged about creating jobs, is now cutting 30,000 positions. And this is just the beginning. Behind the curtain, a quiet replacement army of AI bots are already doing the work humans used to do. Okay, Reuters and insiders have admitted it. Hundreds of thousands of positions are vanishing because automation doesn't complain, unionize, or even need lunch breaks. That's right, they just keep using the word optimization. Like, this is done because of advancements in tech. You know, optimization is repeated. Optimization is the new depopulation, it seems, okay? So when they say that, you already know what is going on here. Just need to keep up with the times, okay? Robots replacing humans in the factories, but you got nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. Oh, look, another virus outbreak. That's right, you better get your boosters, Fauci voice. But there's a reason why they keep wanting to send you to that clinic to get jabbed, okay? Same time they're telling you you're no longer needed. It's time to put 2 and 2 together, sheeples. And this is exactly what Billy the Baphomet wants, and Carney. Okay, they're all talking about making sacrifices. They don't mean they will, okay? They mean you. Carney's out here saying the old world order is disappearing and a new one is...
Operation Northwoods. For you, fools out there that don't think the U.S. government would plant a false flag and kill its own citizens. Look up Operation Northwoods.
Did you know that in 1962, America's top generals approved a plan to murder their own citizens? Operation Northwoods was a classified CIA proposal that would stage fake terrorist attacks across the United States. The Joint Chiefs of Staff signed off on every horrific detail. They planned to shoot down passenger planes filled with innocent Americans, then blame Cuba for the massacre. Miami would be bombed. Washington, D.C. would face coordinated terrorist strikes. Cuban refugees fleeing to America would be deliberately drowned at sea, their deaths used as propaganda. Remote-controlled aircraft would crash into buildings while fake passenger lists were released to the press. The military calculated exactly how many civilians needed to die to justify invading Cuba. Each attack was designed for maximum emotional impact on the American public. President Kennedy read the proposal and refused to sign it. One signature stood between approval and mass murder of American citizens by their own government. The document stayed buried for 40 years until declassification revealed how close we came to state-sponsored terrorism.
It's General Michael Flynn admitting that October 7th was a false flag. Now, Michael Flynn is a lifetime Zionist stooge, but here he's telling the truth.
Either Netanyahu was aware, and I'm not going to allege that right now. His southern zone, and I have called for this, his southern zone commander, the commander of the IDF, and the commander or the leader of his intelligence forces, they should all be removed from those positions pending the outcome of a major serious investigation to determine what caused the breakdown of security on the 7th of October. Because now, fast forward to, we're getting ready to go into the third month of this thing. Doesn't look like it has any happy ending, and it looks like it's going to go on. And we have all kinds of weapon systems being used against U.S. forces now throughout that region. So this thing is getting really bad, and it's because there was a decision made to have a security stand down on the 7th of October for 7 hours on the southern zone of Israel up against the fence line of Gaza Strip. And I'm telling you, folks, that wasn't done out of happenstance. That's not a coincidence. Somebody made that decision. Don't know whether it's Netanyahu that made it, the Southern Zone commander who made it. Somebody made it, because there's no way in the world for the security breakdown that the Israelis had on that day.
And General Flynn, you were telling me when we were eating lunch that you've been there. You've been given tours. You've been up on the towers.
I've walked it. I know what their intelligence, I know what their security system is made of. And I know the levels that they go through. They have multiple layers of defenses. They have multiple layers of electronic detection systems. They have drones. They have balloons. They have people watching from all sorts of cameras. It is one of the most secure borders in the world, if not the most.
So this is a major scandal.
Oh, it's a huge scandal. And that's why I say, like, we've got to fight this war, and we've got to figure out, we got to be very careful about we don't get dragged into something that we don't want. And there is a lot of people in Washington, D.C., the Uniparty, that wants us to just have this endless war where it's just a big racket of war, and they make a lot of money, and they make a lot of money off the U.S. taxpayers.
Where do people find your
Digital ID, the mark of the beast. We're in end times. All right, Benjamin Netanyahu. Here he is with little Ben, where he claims Israel has the most advanced weapons in the world. I guess that means not the United States of America, since we're all taught that BS since the kindergarten. America's the greatest. Nobody can take America down. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I can tell you we shared it with America, but I can't share it with you. Okay? The most advanced offensive weapons on the planet. Things that none of the superpowers have. Developed by Israel, shared with America. Well, I can tell you we shared it with America, but I can't share it with you. Okay? The most advanced offensive weapons on the planet. Things that none of the superpowers have. Developed by Israel, shared with America. Well, I can tell you we shared it.
And the way all our stupid politicians, our top ranking military officers, basically bend over backwards for Israel, it shouldn't surprise you. Israel stole uranium from the United States. The Apollo affair, just look that up. But I remember on Alex Jones many years ago, he mentioned that Israel has the remote controls to nuclear weapons. A lot of people say nuclear weapons don't even exist. I don't know. Or maybe they're just not as powerful as they say, but this doesn't surprise me, though. A long time ago, there was a military officer that told Alex Jones that Israel runs the nuclear weapon program in the United States, or has the keys to it or whatever. Well, here's where Alex Jones says it. I think it was Colonel Lawrence Wilkerson. I might be wrong. It might be somebody else. I don't remember. But in this video, Alex Jones' best video ever. You'll see it all over BitChute or whatever. Odyssey. But you might see it on Rumble, but...
runs the company that does 98% of caller ID and phone tracking in the nation. That's been mainstream news. Is it not enough that Israel has the sole contract to, quote, guard the nuclear weapons? Our own government doesn't even have control of them? Is it,
Yeah, he said it right there. Right there, Alex Jones said that. I'm gonna put this one on my Rumble channel. Probably too dangerous to put it on YouTube. Doesn't surprise me, though. Now Benjamin Netanyahu boasting they have the most powerful weapons in the world.